Hello Aries, and welcome to your reading for March 2023. If you find this reading at a different time, then you're obviously meant to see it at the time you find it. So welcome, by the way. Hello to all of you who are joining me, whether it's the first time or whether you've been here before. You're very welcome. I'm just going to start looking at your energies. What are the energies that are coming in for Aries spirit in the month of March? I'm just going to pick a couple of cards from this deck. These cards are huge. I'm going to pick a couple of cards from this deck, thank you, which will give us the overall theme for the month ahead. Oh, Aries. So we have, can we have the other one, please, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, interesting. Just check they're in line. I think they are. Okay, so Aries, it looks like you've got some sort of decision you either want to make or you need to make during the month of March. But what's interesting with this is that we have the pause card. Now, for some reason, let me show you this more closely. We have the pause card. For some reason, Spirit is saying, just hold on a moment, you know, don't rush into this decision. So let's find out what the decision is about. So I'm going to take 4 cards from this deck, which I've not used for a little while. So I do like it. Let's have a look. What's this decision about, please, Spirit? Excuse me. What's this decision about, please, for Aries? Why do they need to pause? What's this all about? That got stuck. So let's take a different one, please. Which one is it? It's that one, isn't it? Thank you. We have invest in your spirit. I'll just get the 4 and then I'll come back to them. Wow, we have call your spirit home. Okay, Aries, this is looking interesting. Listen to the music. This is a powerful message today. And turn on the light. Wow, this is why they're telling you to pause. That kind of makes sense now, because look how spiritual these cards are. Decision, or you feel you want to make a decision. It feels like some of you are contemplating some sort of life change or just a change in the way you do things. There's definitely a change energy about you. And I think sometimes in springtime, we all get this feeling of renewal, don't we, or rebirth. So it's not unusual. But Spirit is saying, just don't rush into anything here, Aries. You know, we know, you know, you can be very determined when your focus is brilliant, Aries, you know, and so once you get an idea that you want to pursue, you sort of just go for it. But they're telling you to pause because what they want you to do is really look within, you know, invest some time in yourself. Invest some time. If you're into meditation and things like that, that would be excellent for you this month, Aries. If you're not, then maybe it's just about you taking some time to have a bit of solitude. If you know, create that time somehow, even if it's sort of shutting yourself in another room in the family home for sort of 5 minutes after everyone's gone to bed or whatever. If you can get out in nature, that's even better. But they really want you to try and connect with your inner self in order to inform you, inform yourself. I get halfway through a sentence and forget what I was going to say. It's about, you know, when you touch your inner soul, it leads you in the direction you really need to go in. And it will better inform your decision making. That's the sentence I was aiming for. And they're saying, you know, if you do it that way, if you connect with your inner self in order to make this decision, rather than just making it sort of with your head and pushing forward, then, you know, it will bring you a lot more happiness, because when you call your spirit home, it means you're centered, it means you're grounded, and it means you are, you know, you have that inner peace. So it will feel right to you, Aries. So they don't want you to make a decision and rush into it just because it's something you've thought of and you like the idea of. They want you to really connect with your inner self and say, will that bring me peace? Is that going to be good for me? You know? And again, you know, it's very much on a theme, this whole line of cards here, because they're saying listen to the music, you know, anything that will help you to relax. But it's also about listening to the beat of your own drum. You know, I know there's not a drum on here, but they're saying listen to your inner self, listen to what makes you happy and actually how things will move forward. I do get the feeling with this decision, some of you may be, I know we all have to consider others, especially if you're in a family unit, but there's also sometimes we can sort of sacrifice what will make us happy in order to accommodate others' needs. And I'm not saying don't do that at all. Obviously, if you've got children, etc., you need to do that. But this is about what will bring you peace, because ultimately, if whatever you plan to do brings you peace, then it's going to be better for the people around you as well, because you're going to be feeling more grounded. So listen to the beat of your own drum is the message coming through here. Look at your inner spirit, you know, touch that inner spirit. And as I said, this is very much on a theme. It's a very strong message from Spirit for you, Aries, because it says this will enable you to turn on that inner light. You know, that sort of when you just get a spark when something feels right. That is what you're aiming for. That is why they wanted you to pause in the decision making. Okay, let's have a look and see what steps you can take forward, or what actions you can take, or anything you need to be mindful of if you're following this path, Aries. The decision you're making can be anything. It can be relating to your home. It can be relating to your work, your living arrangements. You know, whatever that means for you, it will be different for all of you. So we have justice. Yeah, there is an element of needing to be fair about things. So as I say, there's very much, and obviously we see balance on this card, but this is about balance. But what I love about the fact this card has come up now is in making this decision, it's important that it's a balanced decision. And you see the self-reflection that's going on in that card. That's exactly what Spirit were talking about in bringing your own inner spirit home, you know, to get that balance, to do that self-reflection, to weigh it up from all angles. That's what's important. And again, we have the Hanged Man. We have pause, we have the Hanged Man. This is very much about you taking the time, having a bit of patience with this decision making, Aries, because I get the feeling it's important. And if you get it right so that it brings you that inner peace, then, you know, that's going to be long lasting, whatever action you take, you know. And it could be something very, very small that's just something you're tweaking, but it could make a big difference to your life. What else for Aries, please? Thank you. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat for some reason. Yeah, the Ten of Wands, it's a time to actually put down the burdens that you've been carrying. It will help you, like I said, if you've actually followed the path and brought yourself inner peace, it will actually help you to put down all the burdens and the stress that you've been carrying, you know. That's why it's important you don't rush into any sort of decision, Aries, in the month of March, because, you know, by taking the time and weighing up all the pros and cons here, doing this self-reflecting, you will have the opportunity to, you know, put down some of the burdens that you've been carrying. Some of you, I think, have, you know, been trying to move forward, but look how burdened this person is. Look at all the things that she's carrying, you know. So it may be that you're trying to sort of find your way forward with something, but you've got so many responsibilities, you don't know sort of how to manage that. And that's why you need that time to sort of just reflect And, you know, a peaceful time, though, not sort of a scrambled time when you're doing 20 other jobs, as we all tend to fall into that trap, don't we? But thank you. What's interesting about this is we have the Moon card here. The Moon card is often about secrets, but it's almost like secrets that's come up in reverse. And it feels like, you know, any secrets that have been sort of held or anything that, you know, you've not been clear about is now going to come to the forefront. So you are going to be finding your way forward. And I love the fact that that has come after the Ten of Wands, because, you know, Spirit is saying to you, there is a way forward from this. You're going to be, you know, almost like following the light, heading towards the light. You're coming out of the moon darkness and things are going to be becoming a lot clearer. Can we have 4 more, Spirit, please? Can we have 4 more, please? These are new cards and they're very, very slippery. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles. What you have the opportunity to actually, you know, the work that you've put in, you're going to start seeing some results. So whatever happens here, whatever decision this is you're making, Aries, once it's made, you know, the roots that you've planted in the past, you will begin to see some growth here. And they just said to me perspective. So it may be that something that you started before, but you've not seen any results with, there's been some frustrations and it's all felt really difficult. You're going to see some clarity about it and then you will see growth. Then 7 of Cups. I think, again, there's more, you know, there's decisions here. There's a decision to be made, but there's choices. You have a choice of which direction you take whatever this is in. That was really bad English. But whatever this decision is for you, you'll see some growth and then you'll have some choices that you can make about which direction. So if, for example, you started a small project, but it's been full of frustrations, but suddenly you get some clarity and things begin to grow, you can then choose. Maybe it puts you in a slightly better financial position, for example, and you get to choose what you do next. So, you know, that's really positive. Let's get these other 2 cards, please, Spirit. Can we have the other 2 cards for Aries, please? Can we have the other 2 cards? Maybe there's not another 2 cards, who knows? Here we are. Yeah, you're going to be in a position where I think you're not going to feel so, maybe some of you felt quite isolated in trying to deal with whatever this situation is, but there's definitely give and take here. And I think certainly for some of you financially, if you feel like, if it is a project that you've been working on, because I'm getting that feeling for some of you, it may have felt very frustrating and maybe it's been costing you money, but you will begin to see money coming in because there is some growth here. It's very much about give and take here. You're going to feel a lot freer. The 8 of Swords is an interesting card because it's a card of feeling trapped, but it's a self-imposed feeling of entrapment. If you look in this card, this person is looking at a mirror image. And when she's sitting there, there's no restrictions on her at all. But when you look in the mirror reflection, she is seeing herself as trapped. Okay? But this came up in reverse. So I think those feelings of restriction that you've had, Aries, they're not going to be staying with you. You're going to feel a lot freer because you'll see this movement over this decision. That's really good to see because it's progression, isn't it? Okay. So I hope that's sort of helpful for some of you. I'm going to pull a couple of Moonology cards just to finish off. What is the overall message, please, for Aries? Yeah. Okay, release control. This is very much, Aries, about this card we had here, this Justice card, you know. It's about considering things from all angles and finding some balance. So yes, you know, you need to do the self-reflecting, but you also need to make sure that you've looked at things from all angles. So they've just said it's not about just focusing on you. So there may be other people to consider or other issues to consider. Do let me know if this resonates in the comments, because as I say, I'm getting like a far-reaching energy here, in that it feels like this could be so many different things for so many different people. Aries, Spirit want you to know that you're loved, okay? Know that you're loved. You know, some of you may be feeling, if you felt in a trapped energy, this is really good news for you, because you're going to feel a lot freer. But you're being supported through this process. You know, I do think that you know, like a jigsaw, I think the jigsaw pieces are beginning to fit together for you, Aries, in the month of March. And you will see the beginning of this progression. So just know that Spirit are loving you and supporting you and helping you through this process. They've just said to me one more, so I need to pull another one of these. Yeah, embrace it, Aries. Embrace the flow of life. Because every time we've had those down times, like you were in 10 of Wands energy that kept you feeling burdened, you see the release coming ahead of you. Perfect. Okay, Aries, I hope you found that helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps my channel. And if you liked it, please feel free to drop a like. Thank you for watching today, and I will catch up with you all really, really soon. Take care for now. Bye.